Welcome back to Top Tier Teachers. I'm Lisa, and let's talk about why we should always have a backup plan, especially when we have something fun planned if we want to keep control of our classroom. I remember years ago, I would walk students to the library and I would tell them, listen, if anybody talks, we are going to come back to this room. Okay. And I had actually planned, like the plan for the day was the library. So I really, it's not that I didn't want the kids to call my bluff, but I really didn't want to come back to the classroom to have a separate assignment. With it being at the beginning of the school year, I had to show them that when I say be quiet, I mean be quiet. So when I tell you all we're going to line up and walk to this library, and if anybody speaks above a murmur, they're young people. I don't ever Now, I'm not an elementary teacher, I'm secondary. So I never expect secondary kids to be quiet in the hallway. I just simply always asked, do not raise your voice above a murmur. I don't mind if you're talking to your friend on the way to the library. Okay. I'm not a drill sergeant. But if your voice becomes above a murmur, we're coming back to the classroom. But here's the problem. Teachers are so committed to, I got to make sure I take all of my classes to the library today. That is my plan, and I don't have any backup. So when you line them up and you say, hey, everybody, please make sure you are quiet in the hallway, line up. Here's what happens. We're on our way to the library, and the kids are talking, they're loud. And what do we begin to do? Nag. Class, stop what class? I said be quiet. You're talking too loud. Okay, let's keep going. Johnny, you're talking too loud. Bring your Maria, whisper. Use your quiet voice. We're on the way to the library. You get a library. Class, be quiet. You are too. If you hear my voice, clap once. If you hear my voice, clap twice. Or okay, you should hear. Let me hear have your control in 5, 4, 3. What is all that? What is all that? No, I will win. I always have a backup plan because I have to establish myself as the alpha in the classroom. And if I tell you before we leave, if you are too loud, we are coming back to the class. I have to do what I say I'm going to do. That's one of the top moves any teacher who wants to establish dominance and a presence in the classroom. That's the one of the top moves you can make. Do what you say you're going to do. I remember when I first started teaching years ago, the older teachers, and now I'm the older teacher, but the older teachers used to say, I don't allow chewing gum in the classroom. Well, I knew I wasn't going to be, I knew when I was in school, and that was a long time ago, the teacher would say, no chewing gum in the classroom. I would put chewing gum right up here. I'd stick it up to the side. She turned around, I'm chewing. She turned back around. And so as a teacher, I remember how I was as a student. I said, now she thought she had control because she was like, no chewing gum, but we were all chewing gum. She just didn't see it. So I knew I could not monitor that as a teacher. So I never implemented no chewing gum in the classroom because they won. If a kid is chewing gum behind my back, they won. And what's my mantra? I will win. I'm going to win. I know it sounds like militant, but my classroom management is impeccable. Okay. Learning is present. Students are engaged. How do I do that? I establish a presence at the beginning of the year. And so when I used to walk kids to the library and I'd say, hey, if anybody raises their voice above a murmur, we're coming back. As soon as, stop, turn around. And we go back to class with my backup plan. So I wanted to encourage you. One of the ways to establish dominance, establish yourself as the alpha, meaning you're in control. It's everybody's classroom, it's us, but somebody has to be in control, especially at the beginning of the school year. And one way that I establish dominance is to follow through. I'm going to win. If I say, Cameron, I'm going to call your dad if you talk one more time. then I actually will follow. Now, I actually don't make phone calls. I use Google Voice, and we'll talk about that in a different video. But I follow through. Okay, and I do just it works to reverse. We just had the first day of school here. Well, last Thursday, August 9th, and then Friday was the 10th. Yeah, whatever. Last Wednesday, and this is August 2023. I forget the exact day. And so the second day of school, I had a student give me. I was, in the middle of giving instructions, and I had a student giving me, just perfect eye contact. And I reached out to his parents, and I say, "Hey, I'm just reaching out to let you know." I'll just say John. John was giving me. So I do good news grams as well, but. So I followed through, and I told him, I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to text your parents." Now he just met me, second day of school. Can you imagine if I did not follow through and contact his parents like he said? So it works both ways. Okay. I hope this information helps you to be successful. Have an amazing school year. If you have any questions, if you have any other, if you need support or anything else, please let me know.